Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and Chris just came to the office. I'm actually on my lunch break right now and surprised me with this big thing of like steaks and chicken. I had told him about this place I had seen yesterday where they had like 20 ribeyes for $30 or something. It was on sale, it was a sign. And he tried to go by yesterday on his way home, and they were closed. The guy was pulling out of the parking lot, and he said he'd be here tomorrow, so that he was going to stop. Well, he stopped there this morning on his way to his first call, ended up bringing these back to me, and this is about, I think it was $200 in meat, and he called it the family pack. I don't know if the deal is the best deal as in the amount you get, but everything is individually vacuum packed, so we will be able to take this to camp without an issue and not worry about water or anything like that. So these are all chicken breasts. These are all seasoned chicken breasts in this one, and then everything else is beef. So everything is all boxed up, and I think I'm going to leave it in the boxes. And so there's boneless beef New York strips. And there's 4 of those. Let's see, these are ribeyes. I think they were just, or no, these are boneless beef ribeyes. There's those. These are just the regular big T-bones, and there's 2 of those. These are chopped beefsteak, which we'll probably just use them like hamburgers. There's 12 of these. Then these are fillets. Filet mignon. Let's see, 8 of those. And then this last one was just beef fillet, like New York strip. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of those. So that's really awesome. This is, I'm going to save just for special. This won't be our regular dinner. This is probably going to be mainly camp food, or if just Chris and I are home and we want to grill out, just the 2 of us or something like that. But they're too well packaged to not take advantage of that. And I need to clean out the freezer. The freezer's a mess. It's not super full right now, so I'll be able to store the meat in the boxes. But I do need to go through and update my inventory and organize it a little bit better over the holidays. Things in every room of our house just kind of got trashed. So I need to go through. Don't you love it when the phone rings and you're right in the middle of filming? But I went ahead and got this one all organized. I have all beef on the top. Now some of this is beef that we use for the dogs, and that's mainly right over here on the right hand side. It just has a really strong flavor that we've not been able to get around, so we use that for the dogs. The next is poultry. I have a whole bunch of chicken breasts, chicken thighs, turkey breasts, and legs. And then over here I have pork. I have a bunch of pork chops, some bacon, some pulled pork, and mainly different kinds of pork chops. Here is all the steaks, and I went ahead and just put the chicken right on top because it fit perfectly. This is mainly going to be when we go to our off-grid property. This is pre-made stuff or frozen pizzas. This is a bunch of stuff that each time Traveling comes to town, she can look in here and see what she wants to take back to college with her. I have lasagna, I have tortellini soup, sausage gravy, chicken noodle soup, that kind of thing. So that's all made. This is a bunch of carcasses I need to make stock with. There is turkey and there is ham down there. And then over on the door, these are herb oil cubes, and I'll link a video on how to make those. Those are great just to throw in for seasoning. And then these are just extra things that I had bought at Christmas, extra dough, pie crust, some Cool Whip. That's a thing of carrots. I could move that to the inside freezer. And then I keep most of the seafood in the office freezer, but these are just some shrimps and some crab flakes. And then this is turkey, seasoned turkey, like Italian. I think it's Italian and plain, just ground turkey. Couple of beef franks and one more block of cheese I need to use up because it's starting to get ice in it. This is all venison sausage or ground venison, and I have a ton more venison in our office freezer. I just have to figure out what to do with. Customers have given it to us, and my dad used to hunt before his Parkinson's, so we have a lot of that. And then I have some pork loins, some more pulled pork, ham cubes, some little smokies, and some more hot dogs. And then I just have one thing of orange juice down here. I'll be adding more orange juice to that, and orange juice will probably be going in this bottom drawer after I go and pick more oranges and get those juiced. So that is where this freezer is at for now, and I kind of scribbled and wrote on my freezer inventory, so I need to take that down tonight and redo it. This freezer inventory is pretty darn accurate. The only thing I think is different is the orange juice. I think we've used up the orange juice because I did this one not too long ago, and it is all vegetables except for that. Chris threw fish in here. One of our customers goes fishing regularly, and it's red snapper, and Chris is all like super excited about that, but I need to switch freezers. He told me he threw it in one of the freezers, but I wasn't sure which one. I have okra in here, lots and lots of okra from our garden. And most of this stuff is stuff that I grew or harvested. All of the peppers and the figs and everything over here. The okra, the beans. There's a little bit of frozen fruit down there for smoothies. And then all of this is frozen pumpkin puree. And more frozen peppers, frozen tomatoes, frozen corn. I have some peas, more blueberries, cherries, blackberries. The blueberries I either picked or bought. The blackberries I picked, and the cherries I bought. So, and then some plantains. I absolutely love plantains. They are one of my favorite things. So this freezer is done. The only thing I need to change is the OJ inventory, which I could just throw that 1 gallon bag over in this freezer and write 1, which is what I think I'll do. And then I need to take 1 corn off of here. And other than that, this inventory is correct. Okay guys, this is our house freezer. And this is what I call my working freezer, that if I have something that is opened, like these are some just little pre-cooked chicken breasts that the kids, mainly Jaden now, because Trevelyan is away at college, like to toss on a salad, sweet potato fries. Here is pre-made, like black-eyed peas with snap beans, collard greens. I can just take one of these out. These are ready for a serving for dinner and make it. And some specialty items like these zoodles and stuff like that that I had bought that I know I want to incorporate with dinner. That goes in this section. This section over here is a lot of bags of scraps. I keep multiple bags in here. So these under here are pretty full, and it's onion peels, carrot peels, peppers, all of that. And then as I use them, I throw the empty bags back in here, and I'll put just a few peels in here so I know that these are scrap bags. And this is what I make my stock out of. That one doesn't belong there. I also have ones in here just for onions. I have ones in here of apples that whenever I cut and peel apples, I throw those in here that I can make apple cider vinegar. I have more peppers in here. And as I think about it, I'll use them. I have orange peels in here. I save orange peels so that if I need orange zest and I don't have a fresh orange, I can just grab that. I also keep one in here for chicken and one in here for beef. So like there's the chicken one. So bones and skin, I can just throw in there. And then when my bags are full, I can make stock. And I have them right here. So I'm not having to go out and find my bags of veggie scraps in another freezer. It makes it so simple that as I chop vegetables, I just reach over, open this bottom drawer, grab my bags out, and put whatever scraps and peels into the correct bag. This side is all nuts, different kinds of nuts and fruits mainly. I like to put nuts on our salad or nuts in bread and muffins. I see Chris did throw some ribs in here. I probably need to put that in the outside freezer, or I can put it down in this spot in our daily use item, because this is something that can just be popped in the oven and just like this in the little toaster oven, rewarmed. And if I'm not here, the guys can have ribs for lunch. I have frozen grapes down there and pine nuts. So this is mainly nuts and a little bit of frozen fruits. I think I have some strawberries if somebody wants to do smoothies. And then this side is coffee. I have coffee back here. This one actually goes in the back with the coffee. And then this is my miscellaneous eye masks when you have a migraine, little frozen packs to go in lunch boxes, my Carb Smart ice cream, which is a hands off, along with this Chalk Zero I get off Amazon, these little chocolate bars. And then these are like some Fiber One bars or Atkins bars that I like them better frozen. So I keep those in here. And then we also throw like candy canes and stuff like that that I want to keep, that if I want to use for making cookies or something like that, they'll stay in the freezer much better than up in the pantry. So this is the house freezer, and the last one is the office one, which I will show you when I head back to work. Okay guys, so this is our office freezer, and we do not touch this very often because it's things that either I have a lot of or I really don't know what to do with. Which is venison. This whole top section is all kinds of venison. This is venison sausage. This is deer tenderloin. I have backstrap. I just don't have that much experience with venison, so I have a lot of that up there. This is some dessert stuff that like customers have sent us, pumpkin roll, that kind of thing. We love those, but we're trying to stay away from the sweet. There's one thing of corn that won't fit anywhere else, and it's starting to get ice in it, but it still has the husk on it, so it is fine. That whole drawer down there is full of corn. This whole drawer is full of all kinds of fish, and like I said, we get it from customers a lot of times, and I think this is another kind of snapper. Chris shows up all the time with stuff like this of fish that customers sent us, but I don't really cook fish. So I probably should start learning, but I usually leave the seafood to him. So there is fish in here, and we're talking about doing a big fish fry in March. So hopefully we'll use up a bunch of the fish and scallops, because this whole area, except for this one pack right here, is all scallops all the way to the back. Hundreds and hundreds of scallops. I could not even tell you how many scallops are in there. So actually I can. I did an inventory. Let's see. There are 15 quart bags of scallops in here. So, and we caught those. We go scalloping each year. So those are in there. I still have lobster tail here from when Chris went lobstering, and somebody tossed a 2-liter in there that froze. But like I said, this is mainly our venison and seafood freezer. So we have a few veggies thrown in, but a lot of this is stuff that I just don't normally prepare, that I leave to Chris. All the seafood and scallops, other than the overflow of vegetables. But this freezer stays pretty much like this. So that is it for our freezer inventory, and I will link my previous freezer inventory in addition to my last pantry tour, which I will be doing an updated pantry tour soon, but I need to buy some new containers and bins for my pantry that I want to kind of do a facelift on it before I do that one. All right, guys, hope you're having a great day.